Why is a Jedi Master never truly alone? Because the Force is always with them. Welcome back to Hauppauge Gaming. I'm Fallinfrog, and this week we're going to talk about the Xbox One's HDMI pass-through feature. Real quick, so we're all on the same page, there is an HDMI input on the Xbox One. You've got your HDMI output over there as well. That's just out to your TV, or if you're running that through your HD PVR. You've also got this HDMI input. This is normally reserved for satellite or cable TV services, but if you're not using those features, this week's tip might help you get some more use out of it. You can hook another console up to that port. A couple of years ago when I had a PS4, I did have it hooked up through the Xbox One HDMI input, and I didn't have any problems with it. It worked fine for me. I've read a bunch of online opinions where people have had lag using another console, so your results may be a little bit different than mine, but overall it's a pleasant experience for me. For me, it works with the Nintendo Switch as well. I've got the dock set up in between my HD PVR and my Xbox One right over there. I can do streams and recordings with it as well. If there is any sort of a delay with the controls and what's happening on screen, I'm not noticing it. I'm able to play games and fight enemies. I'm also not playing some of the fastest games on the system, so I've not tested it out with like a Rock Band or Smash Brothers or something like that. I was a little curious if this was isolated to just me, if maybe I was only getting good experiences, so I did take the Nintendo Switch over to my friend's house again. We hooked it up over there, and we did some recording over there to test it out. If you look over here, we've got the Xbox One running currently. It's got Fallout 4. Through Hauppauge Capture, we're also recording that up here. His Xbox is basically running into his HD PVR like you would have normally. If you use the HDMI input on your Xbox One, you can hook up another console to it. In this case, I've got my travel Nintendo Switch dock here that I showed you last week. I'm just going to bring Mario Kart over into our Xbox One. And in order to view that, we're just going to go over to our One Guide. And you can see, once I wake up my controller, I can bring these in. And we're now playing Mario Kart, basically through our Xbox One. I'm not noticing any lag whatsoever. This is also pretty cool because you also have the added bonus of having your Xbox Live parties available to you. So if all of your friends are on Xbox and a few of you want to play some Mario Kart together, you can just use Xbox Live to do all of your chatting. Or if you want to switch back over to your other games, One Guide is technically an app. So switching back over to Fallout 4, your game is still running. It's back where it was. Pause that. You can go back into One Guide and switch back over. We've got Mario Kart still running here. Really just as easy as plugging your secondary console into the HDMI input on your Xbox One, and then just making sure that you use the One Guide app. Really cool is you have both consoles going through the HDPVR without having to have an HDMI switcher. You don't have to have any extra equipment. If you have an Xbox One, this is already available to you. So we didn't have any issues all night. We left the Nintendo Switch hooked up to his Xbox One. We were able to play some Mario Kart and just have an all-around good time. Real quick, I'll also show you some footage I recorded here at home. This is just me playing some Legend of Zelda on the Nintendo Switch, but I've also got Cuphead running as well on the Xbox One. You know, what's really cool is you can just switch from your game to the One Guide app. It doesn't actually shut down the game, so you can just pick right back up where you left off. Of course, I'm only going to recommend this setup to you just as something really to try out, something just for fun. If you don't have a whole lot of inputs on your TV, if you've got your HD PVR and you're tired of unhooking different consoles in and out, this is something you can try if you've got an Xbox One. If you don't, or if you're experiencing delays or lag or anything like that, your best bet would really be to get an HDMI switcher. I did a video about this a few months ago. You can use multiple consoles with these, send this over to your HD PVR, and you're not having to switch out a bunch of cables either. If you're looking for a free option, you've got an Xbox One, you're not using TV features, give it a try. You might be surprised with the results. It works for me. It worked at my friend Trevor's house, so might work for you. It might work for some of your friends. Who knows? As always, thanks for watching the video today. If you guys have any other questions or comments, you can leave those down below. If you want to see last week's video where I talk about that alternative Nintendo Switch dock that I'm using for travel, you can click right over here and see that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I put out new videos for Hauppauge each week. And if you want to see more of the stuff that I do on my own channel, you can click that frog icon right over there. So once again, thanks for watching the video today, and we will see you guys next week.